Join Kids Hat family. Tofu, where have you been? We've all been looking for you. I've been sitting here all afternoon, Tia. Why? Why haven't you come home? Mom is so worried about you. Let's go home. I can't go home, Tia. What? Why? I was playing with Dad's watch and it fell down and broke. That was you? Dad was so puzzled about how it broke. See what I mean? Dad is going to be so angry with me and he is never gonna trust me again. I am in so much trouble, Tia. That's it? Why didn't you talk to me before? We'll find a way to repay Dad for the watch repairs. How can I ever come home, Tia? I will never get out of the trouble that I am in. There's no way I'll be able to gather so much money for it. That's not true. Trouble is not permanent. Once upon a time, in Baghdad, there lived a handsome and courageous sailor called Sinbad. He loved the sea so much that he was always sailing, and people lovingly called him Sinbad the Sailor. One day, Sinbad joined a group of merchants to sail with them to the far islands. After a few days, the ship got caught in a bad storm.
The ship will not survive the storm.
Just as he said, the ship's helm broke and the ship fell apart. All the men on the ship died, except Sinbad and Hakim. They both swam to the shore of the closest island.
Looks like we're the only one who survived. Yes, most men went down when the ship broke open. We must find a way to escape from this island. Yes, first let us find a source of fresh water.
Both the men went deeper into the island to look for fresh food and water. As they explored the island, they heard someone walking around the tree. It was a giant. They decided to follow him. They saw him cross through the jungle and go into a valley full of sparkling gems. The giant found a good place to sleep and slept off. Hakim and Sinbad were still watching all this when they heard a sound behind them.
Who is there?
It is just me. I used to be a merchant.
What are you doing here?
This is the Valley of Diamonds. I had come to this island many years ago in search of the diamonds. The giant caught hold of me and has kept me as his servant now.
Why haven't you tried to escape yet?
I have, many a time. But the giant is very smart and scary. The only way to kill him is with a magical sword.
Kept inside a cave and protected by poisonous snakes. I have a plan. Sinbad told his friends the plan. While the giant slept, Sinbad quietly went into the cave. And got the sword out. He then went to the sleeping giant and drove the sword through his heart. Hakim and the merchant were very happy to see the end of the giant. All of them looked for strong wood and made a raft to sail back home. If Sinbad can come out of life-threatening trouble, I can surely find a way to repay Dad for the repair of his watch and come out of this trouble. That's the spirit, Tofu. Let's go home now. I am starving. Me too. Let's go, Tia. That is not nice, Tofu. What if your friends find out? They will stop talking to you, won't they?
Oh no! I am so clever, they won't find out ever.
Let me tell you the story of another clever boy called Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer lived with his Aunt Polly and half-brother Sid. He was an extremely clever boy who loved mischief. But Tom also had a very good luck, which always helped him get away with the mischief he did. One day, his Aunt Polly was looking for him. "Tom, Tom, where are you?" She looked everywhere. She looked outside in the yard. Inside in the house and the kitchen. She looked in her room too, but he was nowhere. She went back to his room and called to him. "Tom, stop hiding and come out now." But there was no answer. Suddenly, Aunt Polly saw something move under Tom's bed. She thought it was Tom. She bent down and swiftly pulled the bed cover. A cat that Tom had hidden there sprung out at Aunt Polly. Surprised looking at this, she shouted, "Oh dear! Where did Tom get the cat? Wait till I find that boy!" Just as Aunt Polly was shooing the cat out of the window, she felt someone behind her. It was Tom, trying to escape from the room. He had been hiding in the cupboard. Aunt Polly caught him by the collar. "Tom, what were you doing hiding in the cupboard? You ate all the jam, didn't you?"
No, Aunt Polly. I haven't even touched the jam. It must have been Sid.
"Don't you lie to me, young man. I can see the jam all over your face." Tom quickly tried to wipe his face, but it was too late. "Today I am going to beat you with a stick. You have become too mischievous."
Aunt Polly, look behind you.
Aunt Polly turned to see, but there was no one. It was just one of Tom's tricks. And this time he used it to get away from Aunt Polly, because when she turned around again, he wasn't there. "Oh, this boy! One of these days I am going to punish him." Tom was so happy with himself for fooling Aunt Polly again that he decided to take the day off from school. Instead, he went to the river and bathed in it. At lunchtime, he went into a nearby farm, stole fruits from there, and ran out of there with the owner chasing behind him. Just as he was running, he bumped into Sid. Sid saw Tom's wet hair and clothes and the fruits in his hands and understood that Tom hadn't gone to school, but he didn't say anything. When Tom reached home, Aunt Polly was waiting for him and she was angry. Tom understood that Sid had told her everything. "Tom, did you skip school again?"
No, Aunt Polly. Sid is lying.
"How did you know Sid said anything to me?" Well, for once Tom had got himself into trouble. He had no answer for Aunt Polly's question. "Tomorrow is Saturday. You don't have school. You will not go anywhere. Instead, you will whitewash the fence."
The entire fence?
"Yes, the entire fence. That is your punishment." Tom had no choice. He couldn't argue with Aunt Polly. He didn't want to make her angrier, but he was angry too. The fence would take up his whole Saturday. He went into the yard and kicked at the dust. Just then, he saw Sid coming in. He quickly made a mud ball and swung it at him.
"Ah! Stop! Help, Aunt Polly!" "Why did you have to tell anything to Aunt Polly?"
Tom flung a few more mud balls at Sid and then jumped over the fence and ran away. He knew he was already punished, so nothing worse could happen now. Next morning, when Tom came down for breakfast, he was greeted with a pail of paint and paintbrushes. Aunt Polly had been serious about his punishment. So Tom ate his breakfast and went into the yard to whitewash the fence. Painstakingly, he finished a bit of it. That's when his friend Joe came up to him.
"Hey, Tom. Why are you working on a Saturday morning?" "Working? Who said anything about working?" "Well, why are you painting the fence then?" "I am doing it because it is art. Haven't you heard of art, Joe?" Well, I have, but I have never done it. Is it fun? Oh, yes, it is. Why else would I do it?
Joe thought about it. It was true. Tom Sawyer would never do anything that wasn't fun. He asked Tom if he could also try it. Tom agreed to let Joe do only a small portion of it in exchange of 3 marbles. Joe thought 3 marbles was too much, but agreed. He wanted to try art. A little while later, their friend Jim came. He saw Tom resting under the tree and Joe painting the fence. He went to Joe.
What are you doing, Joe?
It is art.
I paid Tom 3 marbles to let me do it. 3 marbles? Is it that good?
Yes, very good. Jim dashed to Tom immediately and asked if in exchange of his fish book, he too could whitewash the fence. Tom feigned some reluctance, but agreed. And so it went on. Other friends of Tom came and believed that painting the fence was fun. They paid Tom in collector's cards, candies, and even a catapult to get a chance to paint the fence. By noon, the entire fence was painted and Tom was a rich boy. He hid his treasures and went to his aunt.
It's done.
What?
Unbelievable. Let me see.
Aunt Polly took Tom with her to see the fence. Indeed, it was done. And it was done very nicely. How did he do it? Anyway, his punishment is over. Now I will have to let him go. I hope he does not create more mischief. But as always, when Aunt Polly turned around to tell Tom that his punishment was over, he was already gone. The next day was Sunday, and Tom went to Sunday school. When he reached there, he saw a new girl and was smitten by her. He desperately wanted to impress her. He thought of a way he could prove himself better than the other boys. He went to one of the smartest boys in the class. And bought from him all his yellow tickets in exchange of the treasure he had earned from his friends yesterday. The yellow tickets were awarded only to those boys who had learned all the verses of the Bible. Usually, only older boys were able to get the yellow tickets. When you had enough yellow tickets, you could exchange them for a Bible. The minister asked the class,
Does anyone have enough yellow tickets for a Bible?
Nobody had so many tickets, except Tom, who raised his hand. Everybody, including the minister, was surprised. Tom was the most naughty boy they knew.
How could he have learnt all the verses of the Bible? The minister understood this was one of Tom's tricks, and he decided to test him.
Very well done, Tom. Please come here and collect your Bible.
Also, as is tradition, when you earn your Bible, you get to recite any 3 of your favorite verses from it. Tom was stumped. 3 verses? He didn't even know one. He fumbled. The whole class laughed at him as they understood that mischievous Tom had got into a big soup this time. Do you still think you will never get caught?
Oh no, Tia. I have to go and tell my friends the truth and apologize to them right away.
What is your project about, Tofu?
We have to raise money for the class show. We have to make and sell something.
So, what have you decided to make?
That's where the trouble is. I can't think of anything. I wish I had some magic and I could just get as much money as I wanted. In fact, I would use the magic to become the richest person on earth and sit back and relax the whole day. I would do nothing else.
Well, Tofu, you do know that there is more in life than only being rich. People like you more when you are honest, hardworking, and humble. That's how Aladdin found his princess and lived a happy life.
Aladdin? Who is that?
I'll tell you. Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Aladdin. He lived with his mother and his pet monkey in a poor village of Arabia. The only relative Aladdin and his mother had was a distant uncle who hardly kept in touch with them. One day, when Aladdin and his mother were finishing the daily chores, Aladdin's uncle showed up.
Brother, what a pleasant surprise!
How are you, sister? How is your son?
We are both good, brother. It has been many years since you have visited us. Aladdin, this is your uncle. You saw him once when you were a little baby.
Hello, uncle. Oh, what a young lad he has become. But I'm sorry to see the state of things you have to live in, sister. I have a proposition. Let me take Aladdin with me and I will find him some work. Once he has earned enough, he can come back to you. Till then, keep this piece of gold to make your living.
Oh, brother, that is a wonderful idea. It will do Aladdin good to learn some work with you.
The next morning,
Aladdin and his uncle left. They walked through many villages and towns. Till one day, they came to a quiet place outside one of the villages. There were many caves and tunnels there.
What are we doing here, Uncle? I have a job for you here. Here, Uncle? But there is nothing here except these rocks and caves. Look there, under the tree.
There is a large stone with a ring on it.
I want you to lift it. Okay, Uncle, as you say. Please, help me, Uncle. This rock is very heavy. No, I can't help you. It is your job. You have to do it. It's opening. It's opening, Uncle. I can see a narrow passage and some stairs leading further down. Very good job, my boy. Now I want you to go in there. But before you go, here, wear my ring. This is a magical ring. It will keep you safe. Yes, Uncle.
Aladdin follows his uncle's directions and goes down the stairs. Once at the bottom, he sees that it is a large cave filled with many jewels and gold coins.
Pick up the large gold plates and urns. Fill them up with gold and jewels. Pick up anything else that you think may be worth something.
Aladdin does as his uncle had told him. He stuffed the large urns with many precious items and made his way back towards the staircase. On his way out, he saw a small dusty lamp. Although it didn't look precious, he decided to take it too and tucked it into his shirt. When Aladdin had reached the top of the staircase, he called out to his uncle for help. Here, Uncle, please take these urns and then pull me up too. I cannot get out by myself. The opening is too far for me.
Yes, yes. Give me the urns.
Okay, Uncle. Now pull me out.
Pull you out so that you can go and tell everyone where the treasure is? Huh, never. I brought you along because this is a cursed cave. Only a small boy can go in and out of it. I have what I wanted. I don't have to come back for more for a long time.
Saying So Aladdin's uncle shut the cave's opening with a large stone that had a ring on it. Leaving Aladdin behind in the cave. Aladdin was shocked, but he stayed patient. Uncle has betrayed us, but I must find a way out and get back to my house. Dear God, show me a way out of here, please. Aladdin joined his hands and bowed his head to pray. As he put his hands together, his fingers rubbed over his uncle's magical ring, and a creature came out of it.
Yes, Master. You called me.
Who are you?
I am the slave of this ring and whoever wears it. I must obey any one command of the master of the ring, and then the ring will be destroyed, freeing me. How may I serve you, my master?
Can you please get me out of here and back home to my mother?
Yes, master, right away.
The next moment, Aladdin was home with his mother. His mother was surprised to see him back home so soon and in such an abrupt manner. My son, you have returned so soon. Where is your uncle? Have you already earned so much money? Uncle cheated on us, mother. I will tell you everything, but first give me something to eat. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday. Aladdin's mother served him the remainder of food as he told her what had happened and how his uncle had tricked and abandoned him. I can't believe my own brother would do this to us, son. I am glad you're home safe now. But the gold coin your uncle gave me has run out, and we have nothing to eat now. Don't worry, mother. I have this lamp. I will go into the market and sell it tomorrow. Let us sleep for now. Relieved that they were together, Aladdin and his mother slept peacefully that night. The next morning, Aladdin asked his mother for the lamp. Mother, I'm very hungry. Give me the lamp. I will go and sell it so we may have some bread. Here, son, take the lamp, but clean it nicely and polish it before you go to the market. A shiny lamp will fetch you more money. Yes, mother. As Aladdin started rubbing the lamp clean with his shirt, a magical creature appeared from it.
Yes, master. What is your command for me?
Master? Are you like the creature of the ring?
Yes, master. He is my brother, and I know that he freed you from the caves.
What is going on, Aladdin? Who is this? Don't worry, mother. This is a magical creature of the lamp. He will grant us anything we wish for.
Call me Genie, my master.
Very well, Genie. Please get us something to eat. We are very hungry. As soon as Aladdin had said it, several silver plates appeared with a variety of food in them. The genie went back into the lamp, while Aladdin and his mother had a hearty meal. When it was evening, they were hungry again.
It's time for dinner. What shall we do? Should I call the genie again?
No! Look, he has left us with these silver plates. Go and sell them in the market. We will buy bread after that. Aladdin agreed with his mother and took one of the silver plates to the market. He saw a Turkish trader and decided to strike a deal with him. But Aladdin didn't know the value of his silver tray or how to do business.
How much you want for this tray?
Please give me whatever you think is fit. I trust you.
Okay, take 1 gold coin.
Okay, thank you.
The trader was surprised by Aladdin's innocence and was tempted to tell him that he had made a mistake and that the tray was of even lower value than he had quoted. But instead, he let him go.
Such an innocent boy. He didn't even bother to find out the actual value of the plate. Just trusted me blindly. Perhaps I should have given him the fair value. Haha, anyways.
With the gold coin he had got, Aladdin bought food and other necessary supplies for his home. But within a few days, they ran out of all the supplies. So Aladdin went back to the Turkish trader and sold him another plate. This time, the trader gave him 2 gold coins. Again, Aladdin bought food and supplies for his home. This went on for many days till Aladdin ran out of all the silver plates. Son, there is no food in the house and no plates to sell as well. What shall we do now? I will rub the lamp and call the genie again.
Yes, master. How can I help you today?
There is no food in the house. Can you get us some food?
Yes, of course, master.
Once again, the genie brought them food on many silver plates. Although Aladdin had the magic lamp, they never used it to satisfy any greed. They continued to live frugally, except now his mother started saving a little money from the sale of every silver plate.
like this, in a few years, they had enough money to live a decent life. Aladdin even became a merchant and almost never used the lamp again. One day, he was returning from work. He happened to see the princess as a procession passed from the street. Mother, I am in love with the princess and I have decided to marry her. I will present her with many jewels and precious things that we have collected over the years. Aladdin went to the king and asked for his daughter's hand in marriage. The king saw the honesty in Aladdin's nature and agreed. Aladdin married the princess and showered her with all the riches he had. The news of the happy couple spread across the land till it reached his uncle.
So, Aladdin got out and betrayed me, huh? He found a magic lamp and didn't tell me. I shall kill him with my own hands and get the lamp from him. One day, when Aladdin was away at work, his uncle went to his home and stole the magic lamp. He then ordered the genie to transport the whole house into the middle of the desert where no one could find it.
What have you done? Where is Aladdin?
You will never see him again. Now you are liable to me. You will do as I tell you. Now go and get me some wine and dinner. The princess did as she was told, but as she did so, she planned her escape too. She mixed some sleeping powder in his wine and gave it to him. As soon as he drank it, he fell into a deep sleep. The princess quickly reached for the lamp and dropped it. The genie appeared.
Yes, mistress. How may I serve you?
Save me, genie. Please find Aladdin and get him here.
Yes, mistress.
The next moment, Aladdin was there. He saw his uncle sleeping and the genie present. He understood what had happened immediately. He waited till his uncle got up. And then he killed him. He then told the genie to take them back home. The genie did as told. And they continued to live their happy life.
So he took the hard way. What a good man Aladdin was.
Yes, he was.
Well, I think I do want to be honest and sincere like him. I am never going to look for shortcuts or be lazy again, Tia. I promise.
Bye, Melly. I will call you later. Hey, Tofu. How was your day? Oh, it was such a fun day, Tia. You know, that new boy who has joined my class, Kate? Yes. The one whom all the teachers like so much? Well, not anymore. They don't. What do you mean, Tofu? Some of us got together and got her into real trouble with the teachers. The teachers think it was all her fault. Tofu, that's horrible. How could you? Relax, Tia. No one will ever know. I am very disappointed with you, Tofu. But you know what? Evil can never win. What are you talking about, Tia? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Once upon a time, there lived a king with his wife. Sadly, they had no children. This made the queen very sad. On a winter day, when it was snowing heavily, the queen sat in her garden and prayed with all her heart to have a daughter as beautiful as the winter, fair as snow, and with lips as red as the last red rose that bloomed in the garden. Her prayers were answered a year later when she gave birth to a daughter, just as she wanted. But the childbirth was so difficult for the queen that she died during it, leaving behind the king and their daughter, Snow White. As time passed, the princess started asking for her mother. Father, where is mother? Why don't I have a mother?
Soon you will have one, my princess.
The word spread in the kingdom that the king had decided to remarry. Families who had daughters of marriageable age started trying to impress the king, but no maiden could win his heart. Till one day, an enchanting woman showed up alone at the palace. The king fell in love with her immediately, and they were married soon.
My queen, this whole palace is yours. It is your own home. Go where you like. Ask for whatever you want.
Thank you, kind king. But all I need is a room to store my mirror that I have brought with me.
Yes, I noticed that all you have brought is that large, round mirror. I am happy as long as you are happy, dear.
Oh, you know what will make me truly happy?
What is it?
Your death.
The queen was actually an evil witch who had pretended to be nice so that the king would marry her. Her true motive was to have a kingdom of her own. She had only one other desire: to be the fairest woman in the world. Every day, she would stand in front of her mirror, which had magical powers, and ask it the same question.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
It is you, O Queen. This went on for many years. The queen ruled the kingdom without any real love for its people. The people suffered under her reign, but no one dared say anything because they knew that the queen was a witch. The princess Snow White also had a similar fate. The queen did not even bother to look at her even once and left her alone and lonely. Till it was Snow White's 16th birthday.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? Snow White. No! How dare you say that? I do not lie, Queen. She must die. She must die. Guard, come in.
One of her most trusted guards came in.
Take Snow White and kill her now.
But my queen, she is just a child.
Do as you are told.
Yes, my queen.
Afraid of the queen's anger, the guard took Snow White deep into the jungle to kill her. But as he raised his sword to kill her, he looked into her blue eyes and lost his courage to strike. He just left her there and ran. Lost, Snow White wandered deeper into the jungle. There, she came across a tiny cottage. She decided to enter it. Look at this tiny home. I wonder who lives here. She saw 7 tiny beds. A dining table with 7 small chairs and a kitchen which had 7 plates and tumblers. There is 7 of everything here. I think 7 people live here. But why is everything so small and tiny? Snow White was just looking around when 7 dwarfs entered the house. It was their home.
Who are you?
Oh, hello. I didn't hear you come in. My name is Snow White. I am the princess.
The princess? We saw a royal guard kill a reindeer and pull its heart out.
Yes, and he was mumbling to himself that he will tell the queen that he had killed the princess and brought her heart for the queen.
Yes, the queen's guard brought me here. I think he wanted to kill me, but ran away, leaving me alone.
Don't worry, princess. You can stay here with us. That way, you will be safe.
Oh, thank you so much. Snow White started staying with the dwarf brothers. In the day, they would go out into the jungle to hunt and earn money, while Snow White would stay home and cook for them and take care of their house. They all lived happily together.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Snow White. You are lying to me because I didn't visit you since you said this the last time. I cannot lie when you ask me something. But Snow White is dead. Snow White is alive. Your God lied to you.
That god will die, and so will Snow White.
Using her magic, the queen disguised herself as an old woman. She even made the mirror tell her where Snow White lived now. As she entered into the jungle, she saw Snow White filling a jar with water from a stream.
I am very thirsty. Please give me some water.
Yes, yes. Here, please, have as much as you want.
Thank you, dear girl. Please take this apple as a thank you from me.
The apple looked so beautiful and tempting that Snow White just couldn't say no to it. She took it from the old woman, but she didn't know that the queen had poisoned the apple. As soon as she took one bite of the apple, the poison affected her. She fell down, stopped breathing, and had no heartbeat. The queen became very happy and rejoiced as she made her way back to the castle. But she was too distracted by her joy and fell into quicksand. With no one to help, she sank and died. Meanwhile, the dwarfs came home and saw Snow White lying there dead. They were heartbroken.
Who did that to her? I think the queen found out about her. Look at that black half-eaten apple. I don't want to let go of her. Let us keep her in a glass box.
And so the dwarfs kept her in the glass box in the garden near their home. Every day they would keep a red rose on her box. One day, a young prince came into the forest. There, he saw the 7 dwarfs sitting by Snow White. He got down from his horse and went to see. His eyes fell on Snow White, who was in the box. Who is she? What has happened to her? When the dwarfs had finished telling him everything, the prince was sad too. I am in love with her. I wish I had a chance to meet her once. Now all I want to do is kiss her. And so the prince lifted the lid of the glass box and kissed Snow White. As soon as he kissed her, Snow White opened her eyes. The curse of the poisoned apple had been broken. My princess, you are alive. Your love woke me up, dear prince. Encouraged by the prince's support, Snow White decided to go back to her kingdom and face the queen. When she reached there, she found out that the queen was dead and the kingdom was joyous to have the princess back. Snow White took over the throne with the prince by her side and even invited the dwarfs to come in the castle and stay with them. With her return, the kingdom was joyous once again. Tia, can you please take me to Kate's house? I have to apologize to her right away. I think I have been evil to her.
Good decision, Tofu.
Yes, I will take you there.
Come on, let's go.
Thanks, Tia. And I promise, tomorrow I will tell the teachers the truth too. Tia, I'm going to the fest later tonight.
Later tonight? It's not safe to go alone, Tofu. And I won't be going because I have an exam tomorrow. So you won't be able to go either.
But Jack said it's safe. And Joe and Jim, everyone is going.
Who told him?
Some older boys. We don't know them. They were visiting from another city.
That's not the correct way to do things, Tofu. You have to double check some things for yourself at times. And be careful with whom you trust. Do you know what happened to Chicken Little and his friends?
What happened to them?
Chicken Little. Chicken Little liked to walk in the woods. One day, as she was walking in the forest and looking at the flowers and the trees, an acorn fell from a tree on the top of her head.
Oh no! The sky is falling! I must run and tell the lion about it immediately.
And so Chicken Little began running. On the way, she met the Henny Penny, the hen.
Where are you running to? Is everything okay?
Oh no, Henny Penny! The sky is falling and I'm going to the lion to tell him about it.
How do you know that?
It fell on my head and hit me.
That's terrible. Come, I'll go with you too. We must hurry and tell the lion about this.
Chicken Little and Henny Penny started running. As they were heading to the lions, they met Ducky Lucky.
Wait, guys, wait! Where are you going in such a hurry?
The sky is falling. It fell on Chicken Little's head. We are going to the lion to tell him about it.
Let me also come with you.
Come, come!
As the three of them were running, they met Foxy Loxy.
Where are you guys going?
The sky is falling. It fell on Chicken Little's head. And we've decided to go to tell the lion about it.
Yes, yes. The lion must be told about this. But do you know where he lives?
The fox had pointed out this problem correctly. None of them knew where the lion lived.
I know where he lives. Come with me and I will show you the way.
Happy to have found help, the three of them agreed. The fox took them to his own den and told them to wait at its entrance as he went inside.
Wait here. Let me go talk to the lion first. When he is ready to meet you, he will call you all inside.
After a while, Foxy Loxy called from inside.
Come in, friends.
Chicken Little, Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky went inside but never came out again.
So you see, Tofu? You should always exercise caution before you go following things blindly. Yes, Tia. Now I have understood the importance of trusting the right people and not believing things blindly. Tonight, I am going to stay home and will tell my friends to do the same too. It's the weekend and Tofu wakes up early. He goes to Tia and asks what they could do today. Good morning, Tia. Whoa, somebody is up early on a weekend. Maybe we could utilize this time by planning a day out? Definitely, we can. How about visiting the zoo today? We will have plenty of time to explore. What do you think? That's a wonderful idea, Tia. Let's have breakfast quickly and leave.
Hello friends, I am your zoo guide today. I will tell you about different kinds of animals as we go along. Are you guys excited for the zoo adventure?
Yes, we are.
So the zoo is divided into parts according to the habitat of animals.
What does a habitat mean? A habitat is like a natural home to animals that provides them favorable conditions to survive. Just like we can survive in a safe place and not in a jungle or underwater. Oh, okay.
We are at the terrestrial section of the zoo now.
Oh, what is
It's terrestrial, Tofu.
What does it mean?
The term terrestrial comes from the Latin word terra, which means land.
Oh, I get it. Terrestrial animals are those who live on the land. Am I right?
That's absolutely correct, young boy. Look around now.
Oh, that's a lion. Mom, look, a deer is hiding behind the tree. Look at the giraffe's neck. Can I be tall like a giraffe when I grow up? Oh, and isn't that a zebra? It's so beautiful. See, there's a hippopotamus too.
Generally, most of them have 4 legs so that they can walk on earth. Dogs and cats are also terrestrial animals. Since they are pet animals, we cannot keep them in the zoo.
So these animals cannot go into the water?
No, dear. This doesn't mean they can't go into the water at all. It simply means that these animals can't live in an aquatic environment as the only habitat for survival.
What is an aquatic environment?
Come, let me show you. Whoa, now this is something cool.
Wow, look at that fish. It's huge.
Now these are aquatic animals. They are designed to live inside the water and cannot survive on the land for too long. Water bodies are a home for these animals. There are giant fish like sharks, whales and dolphins to small animals like crabs, lobsters and other fish. Now look, that's a star-shaped fish. Can anyone tell me what do we call it?
I know, that's a starfish.
That's right. Oh look, it's an octopus. It has 8 legs and that's why it's called an octopus.
That is funny. What if we had 8 legs? But how do aquatic animals breathe? I can't breathe underwater at all.
Good question. Many marine animals like fish have special respiratory organ called gills. These organs extract dissolved oxygen from water and excrete carbon dioxide.
What about those animals who don't have these special respiratory organs to breathe underwater for a long time?
Well, nature has its own way of surprising us. Such animals have the ability to survive both on land and in water as well. These animals are known as the amphibians.
Aren't these cold-blooded animals?
They absolutely are. Toads, frogs, salamanders, etc. all these belong to the category of amphibians. They use special tactics to protect themselves. Some species create a foul odor to keep themselves safe, while some pretend to dead when they detect danger.
Wow, that's so smart.
Do you want to know about a wiser category of animals?
Yes, please.
Well, arboreal animals spend most of their time on trees to protect themselves from danger, as most predators tend to roam on the land. These animals perform most of their activities like eating or sleeping on trees.
Like monkeys.
Yes, like monkeys, koalas, etc. These animals mainly depend on leaves, flowers, fruits, and seeds, so generally they don't feel the need to roam on the land.
That sounds adventurous. Look at that monkey swinging around on the branches.
Yeah, looks like a lot of fun. Now we come to the last category of animals, the aerial animals.
What are aerial animals?
These animals have the ability to fly in the sky, such as birds. They spend most of their time flying in the air. Can anybody name a few more aerial animals other than birds?
Bats. Flying squirrels.
Good job, kids! Flying insects also belong to this class. Now we have reached the end point of the zoo. I hope you guys enjoyed the trip.
Yay! This was fun, Tia, wasn't it?
Oh yes, look, we utilized the Sunday morning.
That's right. And I learned so much today about different kinds of animals. What's wrong, Tofu?
I can't sleep.
Would a bedtime story help?
Yeah, I guess.
The Ugly Duckling. Once near a beautiful pond, there lived a handsome duck couple. They were very excited as the babies were about to get hatched from the eggs. The papa duck was so eager to see his babies that all he could do was roam here and there in anxiety. Suddenly, what they hear is sweet little quack quacks coming from the nest, and the papa duck just rushes to the nest to catch the first glimpse of his babies.
Oh my God! They are so lovely!
Suddenly, a hoarse quack comes from below Mama Duck.
Quack!
You are so ugly and pale. You can't be our baby.
The Papa and Mama Duck, along with their 4 babies, sail away, far away from the ugly duckling, leaving him behind in dismay and all alone. The poor duckling doesn't know what's wrong with him. He checks his wings, his beak, his feet, but all looks fine. Suddenly, he turns around and sees his reflection in the pond. And what he sees sends him complete disappointment.
Nobody loves me. What would I do now? Where would I go?
The ugly duckling starts walking in complete sadness. So many days, weeks, and months pass by, and the poor ugly duckling wanders all alone in the deep forest. Suddenly, he stops and feels extremely cold.
Oh, it is so cold. I wish I had a warm house too.
Suddenly, a huge ball of snow comes rolling from behind, and the poor duckling gets caught in that and starts screaming for help. A woodcutter cutting the woods in a nearby place hears the scream of the duckling and runs for help.
Oh, poor thing. Come here. You need something warm to drink.
The woodcutter picks up the ugly duckling and keeps him in the warmth of his overcoat. He takes him home and keeps him wrapped in a warm blanket right in front of the fireplace.
Don't worry, poor little thing. I will take care of you.
And like this, many years pass by, and the ugly duckling grew under the care of the woodcutter. But one thing he made sure, never did he see his reflection again. One day, on a sunny afternoon, he was wandering around the sides of a lake. Suddenly, he sees a wedge of swans swimming in the pond.
Look at those swans. They are so beautiful. I wish I was a beautiful duck too. I have no friends because I'm so ugly. I feel so lonely.
To his amazement, he sees the wedge of swans coming towards him. What he sees is the most beautiful swan ever. Hey, we have never seen you around. Are you new here?
No, I live nearby with the woodcutter. It's just that I don't come out often.
Why is that so?
Because I'm an ugly duck. Nobody loves me. Nobody wants me.
Not to his surprise, he sees them laughing at him. He decides to turn back when suddenly he hears the voice of the beautiful swan. Wait, where are you going?
See, even you guys made fun of me. That's the reason I never come out.
We laughed because you call yourself a duck.
What do you mean?
Yes, you are not a duck. You are a swan. And I haven't seen such a handsome swan ever in my life. He couldn't believe of what he just heard and stood there in a state of shock. And after a few seconds, managed to say,
What?
The beautiful swan held the hand of the duck and took him near the pond. See yourself. You are a swan.
The ugly duckling very reluctantly bends over the water because he doesn't want to see the ugly him. But what he sees leaves him in total disbelief. He is not a duck. He is a swan, a handsome young swan.
I am a swan.
He jumps and flies and swims in sheer happiness and then suddenly stops to thank the beautiful swan.
Thank you so much for making me know who I am.
So now that you know you are a swan, would you join our wedge? We would live together as a happy family.
Yes, I would love to do that.
And then the ugly duckling, oops, the handsome swan, jumps into the water with the rest of the swans and swims proudly with them. So the poor duck was never a duck? A swan all throughout? Yeah, and that's what the moral of the story is. A diamond doesn't know its worth till it's polished. Aha! Good night, Tofu. It's time to sleep now.
Tofu, can you take the floor, please? I will climb up the ladder and do the shelves at the top. Why do I have to do the floor? Because the shelves are higher and tougher to clean. You are just saying that because you don't want to do the floors. Oh boy, Tofu, it's not that. You won't be able to reach the shelves, trust me. Sure, I will be. Okay, come on up then. But let me tell you, you're being like the crab. Like the crab? Now what's that? Come, I'll tell you a story. Once upon a time, there lived a crab in the sea.
I am so bored of living in the sea. I think the meadow behind the beach is a better place for me to be. I will move there.
And so, the crab came out of the water and made its way beyond the beach and into the meadow.
Ah, this is the life. I wonder why I didn't do this earlier.
Unknown to the crab, a fox had been watching him since the moment he came into the meadow. And one day, when he found the right moment, he attacked him.
I have been waiting for this moment. I will eat you now.
The crab tried to hide, but it didn't know how to. Not on land anyway. He was not familiar with the terrain at all.
It's my fault. I should have stayed in the seas and the beach where I belong and know how to protect myself.
Well, yes, but now it's too late for you.
Saying so, the fox quickly ate the crab and ended his life. Do you still think you can handle the tall shelves?
I think I will wait till next year to find out. For now, I will just take care of the floors.
Tofu, what in the world are you trying to do?
I am trying to pluck those juicy fruits from this tree.
But do you think you will be able to pluck them? They are so high.
Oh, I wish I could fly and pluck those fruits. I so wish I had wings.
To wish is not bad, but one should be conscious about the consequences. Come, I'll tell you a story. The Tortoise and the Eagle. A young tortoise was lazing around the riverbank, looking at the birds flying in the sky. He stared at them and started thinking out aloud.
I wish I could fly like those birds, up high in the sky and watch the beautiful sceneries and beauty of the world from top of the world. Oh, I so wish that.
Nearby, an eagle was sitting on a stone, listening to what the tortoise was thinking out loud, and couldn't resist but ask,
Why do you want to fly? You should be happy with what you are gifted with.
I wish I could fly with no trouble of crawling on the ground.
So say that you want to fly because you don't want to crawl, not because you wish to see the world from the sky. Anyway, what will I get in return for making you fly in the sky?
I'll give you the riches of gold from the Red Sea.
So the eagle grabbed the tortoise in its claws and soared up high in the sky, making him see all the beautiful sceneries of the world. Flying higher in the clouds and closer to the stars. It was indeed a mesmerizing moment for the tortoise. While the eagle was flying over the riverbank, the rest of the tortoise were basking in the sun. Suddenly, the tortoise flying high up in the sky said,
I wish my friends could watch me flying so high in the sky. I am sure they would get jealous watching me.
What? Why would you want your friends to get jealous of you?
I want them to see that I can fly and they cannot. It's such a nice feeling.
What an evil friend this tortoise is, thought the eagle. With this, the eagle dropped him on the ground and asked for his treasure.
Now give me my reward.
There is no reward. I was just kidding about the gold so that you could take me for a ride.
And with this, the tortoise left. The eagle couldn't tolerate his insult and decided to teach him a lesson. So the next day, the eagle went to the tortoise and said,
Hey, would you like to go for a sky ride again?
Yes, sure. I would love to.
The eagle once again picked him up and clenched him in his claws. The tortoise, while enjoying the ride, said to the eagle,
Why did you bring me again for the ride, even though I dishonored my promise of rewarding you?
That's because, Tortoise, you wish to make your friends jealous, but at my cost. And now I'll let you enjoy the free fall.
The eagle let his claws loose and the tortoise went falling down. Screaming for help and flying no longer, he crashed on the ground with a thud. Thanks to his shell, he didn't get injured. Soon, his old friends surrounded him and said,
Hey, young friend, you wanted to see the world from high up in the sky. To dream big is not a sin, but to dream it at the cost of others is just not justifiable.
I have learnt my lesson now. I should be thankful to God for what I am blessed with. It was my shell only that saved my life. I should be happy with what I have, and also should not use others for my selfish reasons. I surely have learnt my lesson.
Tia,
Now I know what you were trying to say. I learnt a lesson too. One should think about the consequences before one wishes for something. I should be happy with what I am blessed with. I should rather look for an alternative to pluck those fruits.
wait! I'll get a ladder!
Tofu, you learn things quite fast.
What are you doing, Tofu?
Look, Tia! So many toffees! I am taking them all!
But you don't need so many of them, Tofu. Just take as many as you need.
But they are there, Tia! And no one is saying I shouldn't take them.
You are being so greedy, Tofu. You remind me of Kasim.
Who is Kasim?
Come, sit with me and I will tell you who Kasim was. Alibaba and 40 Thieves. There were two young brothers called Kasim and Alibaba. They lived in Baghdad with their father. Kasim was a greedy, dishonest man, while Alibaba was an honest simpleton. When their father died, Kasim married a rich woman and became a lazy merchant. Alibaba married a poor woman with honest values. He became a woodcutter. One day, when Alibaba was returning from the forest, he saw a gang of 40 thieves standing outside the caves near the forest. They had large, heavy-looking gunny bags with them.
The chief of the thieves called out,
Open, Sesame, open!
The large boulder that blocked the cave's entrance rolled away, and all the thieves entered the cave. Once they were all inside, it rolled shut again. Alibaba waited to see what would happen next. After some time, the entrance opened again, and the thieves came out empty-handed. The chief turned around and once again said,
Close, Sesame, close!
The large boulder rolled and closed the entrance shut. As soon as the thieves had left, Alibaba came out of hiding and went to the cave. Open, Sesame, open! Immediately, the boulder rolled over and the entrance of the cave opened once again. Curious Alibaba went inside. Once inside, Alibaba was amazed by what he saw. Oh my God! So this is where the thieves hide all their loot. Those gunny bags that they carried had the goods from their latest theft. Look at all these gold coins and other treasures here. I will take some from here and go. Happily, Alibaba collected what he could and left. Open, Sesame, open! Once out, he closed the cave again.
Close, Sesame, close!
When Alibaba got home, he requested for the weighing scale from his dishonest sister-in-law. He wanted to measure how much gold he had brought from the caves. What does Alibaba need the weighing scale for? Let me stick a bit of wax under the scale so that whatever he's weighing gets stuck to it and I can find out what it is. Exactly as the sister-in-law had planned, when Alibaba measured the gold coins, one of them remained stuck under the scale and went to the sister-in-law's house when the scale was returned to her. What is this? A gold coin? Where did Alibaba get gold from? Let me speak to Qasim. He will find out more. Alibaba has gold coins at his home. I think you should find out where he got them from.
Gold coins? Yes, I will go over to his house right away and find out.
Qasim went to his brother's house and asked Alibaba to tell him the truth about the gold coins. Being a good man, Alibaba told him everything. Kasim quickly hurried over to the cave and went in.
Oh wow! Look at all this gold and diamonds and rubies. I am going to take this all home and become the richest man ever. I will never have to work another day in my life.
Greedily, Kasim got busy filling gold and jewels into his pockets and the empty bag that he had brought with him. When he was done, he made his way to the cave entrance, but he could not remember the magic words.
Open, same, open! Out, Sim!
Kasim tried many times, but he just couldn't get out. Finally, after many hours, he got tired and fell asleep in the cave. He was still asleep when 40 thieves came back. They found him and killed him. When his brother didn't come home till late night, Alibaba got worried and went to the cave. There, he found Kasim's cut-up body and brought it home. There, he sought out Morgiana, the slave girl. Morgiana, we cannot let others see Kasim's body in this state. We should make it look like he died naturally. Yes, master. I will do the needful. Morgiana quickly went to a clever tailor, blindfolded him, and brought him to Alibaba's house. There, the tailor stitched Kasim's body back so that it looked like Kasim had died naturally. When the thieves returned to the cave and saw Kasim's body missing, they understood that someone else knew their secret.
Spread out in the village and find out what you can.
The thieves did as directed. That's when one of the thieves heard the tailor talking to his customers. The thief immediately understood that the tailor knew the person who knew the secret of the caves.
I am so good at my work that I can even stitch a dead body to make it look like nothing happened to it. Really? When have you done that? Well, just 2 nights ago. Can you take me to the house where you did it? Yes, I can. But I was taken there blindfolded. So you too will have to blindfold me. That way I can remember the left and right turns I made to get there.
The thief agreed and blindfolded the tailor. The tailor led the thief straight to Alibaba's house. The thief marked Alibaba's door with a piece of chalk. He then went to his chief.
I have found the other man. I have marked his door with a piece of chalk. Very good. We will go there tonight and kill him.
But the thief didn't know that Morgiana had seen him come with the tailor and mark Alibaba's door. She had immediately understood what was going on. So once the thief and the tailor had left, she made the same chalk mark on each door in the entire area. When the thieves returned at night, they were confused.
What is this? All the doors have the same mark. Oh, my chief, this is someone's trick. Off with your head! I do not want anyone who can be tricked so easily.
Angry with his followers, the chief visits the tailor and asks him to lead him to Alibaba's house again. This time he memorized the directions to the house. When night fell, he went to Alibaba's house pretending to be an oil merchant. All the other thieves hid in large oil jars that he brought with him.
Hello, my friend. I am an oil merchant. I am crossing through the town. May I please stay here tonight so that I may get some rest?
Yes, you are most welcome here.
Please also allow me to store my oil jars in your home. They are rather large and heavy.
No problem, my friend. My slave Morgiana will look into it. As Morgiana was having the oil jars removed, she heard some whispering sound coming from one of them. It was one of the thieves talking to himself. Morgiana realized that the jars all had thieves in them and the merchant was their chief. She quickly called another slave.
Hurry up and get me a lot of hot boiling oil.
The other slave did as directed. Then Morgiana poured the hot oil into the jars one by one. The thieves inside each jar died quickly. Next, Morgiana proceeded towards the chief.
Master, may I serve our guests some tea?
Yes, please do, Morgiana. As Morgiana walked towards the chief of thieves, she pulled out a knife from her sleeve and stabbed him through his heart.
Oh, Morgiana, what have you done? He was a guest. No, master, he was the chief of the thieves. The rest of the thieves are in the oil jars. They are all dead now. Oh, thank you, Morgiana. You have saved us all. To award you, I am setting you free from slavery. You can also take as much gold as you want from the thieves' treasures. Thank you, Master.
Woohoo! I am never being greedy again. Come on, Tia. I think one toffee is enough for me.
That's great, Tofu. But you can take one more on my behalf. And I am happy to share mine with you.
Oh, thank you, Tia. For your favorite rhymes, stories, and more, join Kids Hat family. Subscribe here.